Hi, this is James Canavan reporting on the coverage of Parkside Village 1, which is housing that is meant for the disabled and elderly of Brantford. Everyone in the dispute agrees that there must be renovations and modernization to Parkside Village 1. The question is how to go about that restoration. That is what we hope to answer. This is Parkside Village Community. It is land donated in a residential neighborhood. These are one-family homes. What's going on is that any given structure has to be no more than 20 feet tall. The developer wants to make the structure over 40 feet. The neighbors feel that would be encroaching and overpowering in their area. The developer has said that it's the only way that they can get the amount of people that they want. This is Sliney Road. Originally there was another road that was proposed, but that got shot down by the RTM. What was chosen was Sliney School Road, or John B. Sliney Road. And the problem with this is that it's 12 feet across at this point. In order for it to be usable for the Beacon property of Parkside Village 1, it has to be blasted out to 24 feet. Now, obviously, there's neighbors across the street, and some other concerns are that the VFW, which is over on my left, doesn't have a concrete foundation. There's a pre-kindergarten class schooling over there. And there's also a Little League field, and further down, a sewage treatment plant that treats over 1 billion gallons a year. The developer has stated that with the current blasting techniques, none of that should be in danger. Now, this is the intersection that's being talked about right behind me on my left. What the neighbors fear is that with more people with the development, that there'll be more traffic, which is already fairly heavily used. And this is, again, approximately 100 yards down the road. Now, while the residents of this area have said that the traffic will be much more, the developer has said that there should not be a noticeable difference. One thing about the developer is they did their study in September during the fall when there wasn't any real traffic at that point. We are now going to Sliney Fields. Looking forward is a Little League field. Behind me is Indian Neck Elementary School. They can hear you on June 11th, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted 3-2 in favor of the Beacon land proposal. However, they had stipulations as to public parking spaces and town land use. On July 13th, the attorney for Beacon came back to the board and said that they had a lawsuit which would challenge those stipulations. The citizens were not happy, and one of the most vocal citizens was actually nominated to the representative town meeting by the Republican Party. This controversy will continue.